Tribe, welcome to Sarita's Intuitive Love Guidance. My name is Sarah and I'm going to be doing the daily divine masculine check. See what is going on with our masculines today. Today I'm going to be using the card deck from Rising Sun Oracle, What He Didn't Say, channeled messages from the divine masculine. I purchased her deck recently and just received it, and she sent me a free keychain. It was really sweet of her to give me a gift. So let's go ahead and get started. If you would like to book a personal, I'll put my information on the screen and down below. So do know this may not resonate entirely for your situation. So take what does and disregard what doesn't. Some cards just fell out. Excuse me. What are the major energies of how Divine Masculine is feeling? Divine Masculine says you feel like home. So I feel at this point your masculine has made some choices that were irresponsible, that was deceitful, that was hurtful, wasn't using the right discernments with you, divine femmes. And your masculine is saying to you, you feel like home. I miss you. I know I'm responsible for the choices I have made in the past, but I wish I had made better ones. And so your masculine could be still stuck in a third-party situation. Maybe you and your masculine are in separation due to a third-party influencer or karmic situation. And this is a no contact energy, or an energy that is little to no contact. This masculine is saying, I hope to be able to find the courage to contact you. So your masculine's in an energy that they're missing you, looking at their phone, hoping that you would message them, contemplating what they're going to say to you. Your masculine could be someone that's athletic, could like to hike. Maybe you like to hike. Your masculine is sitting on top of a mountain. So their mountains signify to me, obstacles and challenges. So this is something that's really hard that your masculine definitely is having a hard time facing. This masculine's eyes are closed and it's like they're trying to avoid reality. They're like, is this a dream? Am I really going through this currently at the moment? It's like this energy that they just want to surrender and come back to you. Look at that. I miss your kind heart and loving arms. Please come back to me. I love you. They definitely are reminiscing about you. The holidays are coming, and so they could be thinking about the times that they were with you. This is a time of loneliness. So if you are feeling very depressed, divine femmes, or feeling kind of alone, this could be a mirrored energy with the masculine. This could just be also your own energy. I know your heart's desire is to be with your significant other, your divine counterpart. And so be extra loving and kind to yourself around this time, divine femmes. See what else messages this masculine has for you. If your masculine is able to text divine femmes, what would their masculine's message be? Angel, spirits, and guides, what would divine masculine's message be? I feel like I have learned a lot since our separation. So, and then it says, please don't obsess over what you did or didn't do. I was at fault. Don't let this keep you stuck. So this could be a time where you could question a lot of things of the masculine, question why you went through this, but this was for your good. This was something that you really needed to go through. And hindsight is 2020. You may not feel it at the current moment, and it may feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but when you look back and there's purpose in your pain, there is purpose in being uncomfortable. There is purpose in changes that maybe you weren't ready for. I mean, who is anybody who's ready for change? It is hard going through any kind of changes, but really go within and figure out some energy of forgiveness and grace on your end, divine femmes. Do know this, your masculine has learned a lot. And this is why your masculine is wanting to text you, wanting to reach out, wanting to get back in union with you, Divine Femmes, but I do feel like they are still dealing with some consequences for their actions. And I don't know if that is with a third-party situation, a karmic situation, but I do feel this masculine wants to come home, but is having a hard time coping with the choices they have made in the past. What else is the energies of how the Divine Masculine is feeling? I acted like I didn't care, but I was just scared. So if you are not in communication and your masculine has done something wrong to you, has wronged you, has been deceitful, and has not admit their wrongs and has even apologized, that is not a reflection of you, Divine Femmes. And I know you may be looking for an answer for forgiveness or an apology, and your masculine is acting very cold and distant, but this is because your masculine is scared. They're shameful. They're feeling guilt. And so they rather distract themselves, avoid, numb their feelings, versus admit to you that they have done what they have done. And all they want to do is come back to you, but they may have a hard time struggling with how to communicate their feelings and their shameful forgiveness energy that they want forgiveness from, but I do feel like they're struggling with a situation at the current moment. That, look at this bottom of the deck. I have so many inner child wounds I need to heal. And there are a lot of triggers that require healing. And if you try to just give your masculine nothing but love and affection, attention, and they still deny it, they still have been deceitful, it's not a reflection of you, Divine Femmes. It may feel like, what did I do? It may feel like, did I do something? But no. Your masculine has their own inner issues that projected on you, unfortunately. And so do not take it personal. What has ever happened with you and your masculine, this is something that is a reflection of your masculine. And this is a situation that in your separation with your masculine, it is also enlightening you of things that may need to be healed. There's a bigger purpose for you to go through this. I know I went through a lot of heartbreak and pain and a lot of breakups, and I went through a divorce, and this was all for a bigger purpose for where I'm at currently now. And it didn't feel good going through it, but now where I'm at, I'm like, man, I had to move my own mountains in order to help others move their mountains. And so there's a bigger purpose here for you, and trusting God and the universe that you're right where you need to be, Divine Femmes. You're right where you need to be. It may not feel like it. It may feel like you want to question God and question why you're going through this. But you're right where you need to be, Divine Femmes. So what else is going on with the Divine Masculines on how they're feeling towards Divine Femmes? Oops. So your masculine there's some unnecessary worries. Release the burdens of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Wow. And that's so true. We worry, we hold on to bitterness, resentment, and guilt and blame, when God and the universe just wants you to release that burden, surrender it at God's feet. You know, a lot of the things that we are holding on to, God doesn't want you to do this alone. And look, it says, bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. You know, that may require going to see a therapist. That may require going to some wise counsels that you trust and feel like there's a safe place to open your hearts and be vulnerable to. And it could be you, Divine Femmes. Your masculine may reach out to you because they know that there's unconditional love from you. They know that there's spiritual support. You know, you're there for them. Maybe you're not, but I do feel like your masculine is carrying some things, and they do rely on you for some kind of peace and clarity in truth. And this is also, like if you are needing a spiritual guidance phone call, I offer that service. So maybe you just also are mirroring the energies of your divine masculine, that you're really needing some kind of spiritual support to help direct and guide you in healing for yourself. Oftentimes we look at our masculines and see what they need to change, but a lot of our things that we can continue to go through and put ourselves through is because we allow it. We continue to deal with certain cycles and karmic cycles that is never ending, that sometimes these situations that we go through is to help us look within, to work on self-love, to renew ourselves, to grow ourselves and stretch ourselves in the midst of our separation with our masculines. So let's see what divine masculine's emotions are towards you, divine femmes. What is the energies of how divine masculine is feeling towards divine femmes? What is divine masculine's major emotions? They're curious, divine femmes. They're either watching you from afar. They could be watching your social media, driving by your house, wanting to check up on you, asking friends about you, family members about you. But if you're thinking that your masculine is not thinking about you, well, then this is your answer. They're still curious. They're wanting to contact you, but they haven't found the courage because maybe you rejected them numerous times. Maybe you don't believe them anymore. It's like the boy who cried wolf too many times, and they've been very flighty in and out, and you're like, no. Maybe you put your foot down and drew that harsh line in the sand and said, no more. I'm putting up a healthy boundary. I'm protecting my space and my peace, and I'm no longer going to tolerate it. And so it's really causing your masculine to be even more curious and interested in you, because it's like when you pull back that energy from your masculine, it draws them into you. It's like, what? Because the nature of a masculine energy is a hunter, and then a feminine energy are gatherers, hunters and gatherers. And so they want to chase after you. And so when you are in that chaser energy, divine femmes, you have to surrender, because it's blocking the energy from your masculine to come towards you. The moment your masculine feels you're pulling your energy away and you're disconnecting and you're surrendering them to the divine, it pulls on them. For some reason, it just makes them want to come towards you, and it switches the energies from you being the chaser to the masculine's turning into the chaser, and now you're the runner. And they're very shy. They're wanting to come towards you. They're feeling a little timid. I do feel like it causes some kind of irritable energy, because it's like they're not getting what they want with you. And so it's like, what do I need to do? How do I prove to my divine femmes that I want them? And they could be very cranky. Some of this cranky energy is stemming from a third-party karmic situation that is causing your masculine to be very grumpy. And it's just like, I want to contact divine femmes because they bring me that peace, that comfort, that security. They feel like home. And you may be rejecting them. And so it causes this irritable energy because they don't know how to sort through their feelings. So let's see what else is going on. What is divine masculine's energy of their heart space? What is in divine masculine's heart space? They can't let you go, divine femmes. There's still something here that is causing your masculine to feel tied and bound to you. Your masculine could be what is the devil energy? Capricorn. Because they are still wanting this security, this longevity, this long-term relationship with you. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And they're just wanting this connection with you again. They could be still tied and bound to something toxic, and that they're trying to work through in their heart space to release some triggers, some trauma that they may have went through in childhood, past traumas and past relationships. Maybe breaking up with you, Divine Femmes, is causing some things that they have to sort through, some heart blockage, some heart fog that they have to really sort through and go through in order to receive a secure, long-term 401k longevity relationship with you. What is going on in Divine Masculine's headspace? They're holding things back, Divine Femmes. The High Priestess is a secret keeper. They hold secrets within, and they're holding back some truth that they want to speak to you because they're lacking the courage. Their mind is telling them, no, he or she doesn't want you. Their mind is playing tricks on them, making them feel that lack of courage to come towards you, making them feel like they're not worthy of you. And so they hold this truth in because their mind is like a lack mentality. They're allowing fear, doubt, and worry to override speaking truth, what their heart desire is. So let's see what is going on in their current environment, Divine Femmes. What is going on in Divine Masculine's current environment? So they're at a crossroads at the moment. Their environment is unstable. Their environment is not where they want to be. They hold the power to be a creator in their life, and you can either choose to be a victim or survivor, or you can be the creator in your life. And I feel like your masculine has the world right there at the palm of their hands, and they're just kind of indecisive at a crossroads, planning. Could be planning on how to approach you, because what is this Two of Wands energy? Yeah, something, they're not feeling very secure at the moment. They're lacking the maturity to make grounded decisions, secure decisions. They may be financially unstable, so they may be trying to work on their finances, overworking themselves, allowing a money situation to determine their union with you. They want more. They want to come towards you, but they're going through something financially. Could be child support, spousal support. You know, the whole COVID situation, may have lost a job. So there's a lot of factors in here that is causing your masculine to be at a crossroads, and you'll know why. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this short one up. I have to go pick up my daughter from school, so let's see. What advice do we have for Divine Femmes who are watching this, for your masculines? What advice? Whew. So we got two. So we have acceptance and humility. Guys, I tell people all the time, you have to accept your masculines for either their reality. So oftentimes we're so stuck on potential. We're stuck on hope that this masculine, your masculine, will get better, things will get better, but you have to accept their reality. And right now, your masculine is not in the reality to really, Spirit is confirming that, to be in the reality of, sorry guys, I had a phone call. And so what was I saying? Acceptance. Okay, so Spirit is saying something about acceptance with potential, hope, and reality. And so sometimes we just kind of get, what was I saying? Really, we don't get real with ourselves with the reality of our divine masculines. And they're just not at the capacity to be able to give to us because of X, Y, Z. Maybe it's inner child wounds. Maybe it's trauma from past relationship. Maybe it's because they're in a third party situation. Maybe because they don't feel worthy of love. Maybe they are not receptive at the moment because they lost a job and they need something financially. It's numerous things. And as much as you want to hold on to hope and want to be there and not want to miss out on your chance with your masculines, Divine Femmes, you have to accept their reality. And I think the moment you accept your situation and your reality with your masculine, that is going to be that moment where you're able to surrender them. Surrender and let go and trust God and the universe that everything is working on your behalf. And it's going to be a sense of freedom. And I know it's going to be scary. It's going to be hard. because you don't want to surrender your masculines. You want to be with them, but you don't want to be an option. You know, I always say, if you're going to choose one or the other, don't choose me. I'm not going to be an option. And it's not being selfish or mean. It's standing your ground that I don't want to be an option. I don't want your breadcrumbs. I want the whole loaf. And it's being real with what you value yourself, your morals. And so it says, when I get to know new people, I accept their actual traits rather than the ones I project on them. Same goes for the not new people I already know. Acceptance is a delicate art that reminds us everyone is their own unique self, and we can't expect them to be we can't expect them to ever be anything but. Man, how does those snowflakes do it? And everyone's unique. Everyone has a unique story, and not everyone may have the same heart as you, Divine Femmes, and may love the same as you. And so when we have that expectation on somebody, we get disappointed because we expect them to make us happy. We expect them to apologize to us. We expect them to live up to the standard that we would. Not everyone has the same heart as you. And so sometimes you have to love them at a distance, surrender them, allow them to heal, allow them to hit rock bottom, to either grow and to ascend. And you use this time in separation to grow and to ascend and stretch yourself even more. All right, guys, much love.